Hello, gang. Welcome back to the channel. Jayhuahua here. It's another Football Manager 2023 experiment, and today we're looking at that player that's taken the Premier League by storm. Yes, that's Erling Haaland. And the question is, can he do it on his own? Let's find out. Yes, we've taken Manchester City and we've released every single player, and we've put Erling Haaland in as a clone 21 times. There's 21 Erling Haalands. In terms of Manchester City, we've got limited youth recruitment and basic academy and poor youth facilities. So the idea of getting them other players, very minimal possibility unless they're really rubbish. And we've also put them under a transfer embargo till 2037. The Pep Guardiola's got 21 Erling Haalands. Can he work his magic and win the Premier League? Well, let's find out and jump through one season, see what happened. Barry Murphy is in charge. Who's that? He's the caretaker manager. My apologies. He was the under-21s manager for Man City and the under-21s manager. He was the manager of Rochdale and got relegated in 2021. He's then got relegated from the English under-21 Premier Division. That's because they've got no one of any note. Barry Murphy is in charge. Pep has lost his job, which leads me to think he's not won the league. So let's have a look then. They still finished 5th. They got Europa League football. 90 goals scored, 60 goals conceded. This guy's come through the youth academy and is now in goal. Embargo is also playing, obviously coming through the youth setup, but Haaland is playing in every position. So if you look at the actual squad, Haaland 19 has been retrained as a central midfielder. Haaland 7 is a centre-back. Attacking midfield right, another centre-back, attacking midfield left, midfield centre, defender right. Fair play. In terms of the season preview then, Manchester City are expected to win the league. And if you look at the season preview, they've got 2 Haalands up front, 2 in central midfield, a right back and a centre back. I mean, the season preview is not always something to look at and think, yeah, that speaks a lot of sense. But I'm sorry, I know Erling Haaland is fantastic, but he's not that good, right? I mean, against Southampton, look at that. How many Haalands? They lost in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Haaland scoring plenty. Going out to Barcelona in the Champions League. This Chris Linehan was a goalkeeper. He was obviously a new gen sort of greyed out player that they managed to play in goal. So they've not managed to play 11 Haalands, unfortunately. And Pep's no longer in charge. He's lost his job. But the first time of asking, they did not manage to win the Premier League. They've not sold an Erling Haaland well, obviously they've not bought anyone in because they've got a transfer embargo, but they've not sold any Erling Haaland. There we go. We are going to move forward but look at them, the wanted. Bayern, Barca, Real Madrid. Bayern, Barca, Real Madrid. Bayern, Barcelona and Real Madrid really want an Erling Haaland. Bayern want him on loan. Bayern wanting loads of them on loan. Yeah, Bayern want them all on loan. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Bayern, you stingy buggers. Okay, well, we're going to go through one more year. Can they win the league? Can they win an FA Cup? Can they win any sort of trophy? Or will they start to all leave and this experiment will become pointless? There's not that many years where they can do it. I should have locked them all at the club, but, you know, here we go. We've decided. I've not locked them all at the club. They can all just go around Europe. And what will happen to Man City? Well, the experiment might take on a life of its own. So, yeah, drop a like on the video while it's still halfway decent. See you in another year. Oh! So, they add more youth players, I believe. And look at that. Relegated on 29 points. Don't know how they stayed up in the first season, but they've gone down. Barry Murphy left the caretaker position after 25 days, and Diego Simeone was there for 132 days. He joined on the 10th of the 1st, so for a couple of weeks they were managerless. Oh, sorry, Vincent Kompany came in. Vinny Comp came in for 152 days, and the first half of the season, and got sacked. Pep was sacked. Kompany's been sacked. Diego Simeone has also been sacked. It's a who's who. And has anyone left? Oh, Haaland 18 has gone on loan to Real Madrid and he's joining permanently on the 30th of the 6th, 2024. The transfer, we don't know how much for. It's a very weird transfer to loan him out with a future fee. Whatever. Has he been relegated? Okay, that's a point. How are Norway doing? How many Erling Haalands are in the Norway national team? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And do you know what? The Haaland right back and the 2 centre-backs are playing for Norway and the central midfielder and the right midfielder. Fair enough. Norway equal 21st. I've not checked what they were before. But look at that. Top players all playing for Man City. Haaland's. OG Haaland is transfer listed by request. Oh, we're going to have an exodus. Of course, I've just realised. They've gone down. I was going to say, can they come back up? Of course, all the Haaland's going to leave. Let's go through another year then and see what happens. After the first season where they stayed up and finished 5th, I did not expect them to go down. Luis Enrique is in charge of Manchester City. £505 million in the bank. They're 12th in the Sky Bet Championship. Where do they finish? 8th in the Sky Bet Championship with a goal difference of -1, 99 for, 100 against. And they are playing... This is the problem. They're not playing any Haalands in defence. They've only played 5 Haalands in the attacking sort of field, third. They've got Haalands who can play in defence, or they did. They might have sold them, but now they've got look at these players. No wonder they're going down and they're conceding so many goals. Awful defence. Yeah, look at this. £636 million. We had Haaland 18, who went to Real Madrid for 48 million. Haaland 4, 130 million to Barcelona. Haaland 7, 93 million to PSG. Haaland 21 has gone to Real Madrid for 104 million. I don't know why he was more than double the price of Haaland 18. Whatever. Haaland 17 has gone to Liverpool on loan, and he's joining permanently. Haaland 5 has gone to PSG for £95 million. Haaland 9 has gone to Liverpool for 86 mil. Haaland 10 at Chelsea on loan. Haaland 14 at Tottenham. And Haaland 6 at PSG for £108 million. So PSG have got 3 Erling Haalands on their books. And they're playing them at Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden have left. Of course, they left Man City because I released them. Yes. And they're playing 2 Haalands at centre-back. I mean, PSG doing all right. They haven't won a Champions League. We'll say that much. Bayern Munich won the Champions League twice. Yeah. Okay, so they've all disappeared away from Manchester City. I don't even think Manchester City are going to come back. So jump through a couple of years, shall we? Man City are in League 2. Tony Mowbray's in charge. They've had back-to-back relegations. Finishing bottom. Yeah. Transfers. That was where we were last here. Then we've seen, Tottenham have got 14. Liverpool got 17. Real Madrid bought another 3. Real Madrid got 6 Haalands. Is that what we're saying? Oh, no, they've only got 4. They didn't have 3 then. Okay. The 3 for Real Madrid. Chelsea have got another. Liverpool have got another. There's that 2 or 3 for Liverpool. Haaland, 16 at Barca. OG Haaland, the original, playing multiple positions. The original Haaland has gone to Chelsea. Haaland 20 has gone at PSG. So is that 4 for PSG as well? 5 for PSG. And the only one that's in their team at the moment is Haaland 7. Norway then are up in 4th. And they are playing pretty much 9 Erling Haalands. Obviously not playing one in net. So the only outfield player is this guy. What's so special about you, Berger Melling, apart from your name? I mean, I'd probably still play Erling Haaland. I mean, he's left-footed. But Norway are 4th in the world. Have Norway won a trophy? They won the European International League, beating England in the final 1-0. Did Erling Haaland score? Of course he did. It was Haaland 18. But the question on everyone's lips, of course, at this point in the video is, who was manager of England, right? It was Julian Lopetegui. We all hoped it was Ralph, didn't we? Oh, Ralph's not even been in. Where is Ralph? He's the manager of Sheffield Wednesday. He's been at West Ham. He got relegated with West Ham, got promoted, and then got sacked. Now he's at Sheffield Wednesday. Well, the England manager's job might be available soon, Ralph. Keep yourself available. Man City in League 2. In terms of... They've still got 2 Haalands. They've got Haaland 2... who is joining Newcastle on the 1st of the 7th on a free transfer. Oh, that's unfortunate. Not even getting any money for him. And Haaland 8 is also, he's joining Atletico Madrid again for a free transfer. So that will be the end of the Erling Haalands at Man City. Okay. How old are they then? They're 26. It's probably good at 8 years, 10 years. I've simmed quite far forward. I've destroyed Man City. Apologies, Man City fans. This has taken a bit of a life of its own, this experiment. Not what I originally set out to do, but can Norway win an international tournament? We're changing things up on the fly here, ladies and gentlemen, just to see if something interesting will happen in the video. So we're going to jump forward to, we say 2037, because they'll all be 36. They should all still be there. Right. Okay. So I've put them all in a short list. I've just found them all. Except... Dan Kare, Haaland 16 is his name. Haaland 16 is now a surname, apparently, for Norwegian people. Right. So Haaland 9 stayed at Liverpool for the rest of his career. Haaland, 18, moved from Real Madrid to PSG. Real Madrid made £11 million profit, but £59 million for an Erling Haaland is still a hell of a bargain. Haaland 7 stayed PSG. Haaland 14 stayed at Tottenham after a £37.5 million transfer. Haaland 20 went to Manchester United from PSG, and PSG made about £1 million profit. That's too many Haalands. Haaland 21 has been at Real Madrid for a hell of a long time. OG Haaland went to Chelsea and stayed there. Haaland 11 stayed at Real Madrid. Haaland 4 stayed at Barcelona. Haaland 8 stayed at Atletico. Funny enough, Haaland 8 has only got 21 caps for Norway. He's barely been capped in this entire experiment. So there is such thing as too much of a good thing. Haaland 13 then moved to Liverpool for 12 million. He was there ripping it up for Liverpool for years. He actually didn't do that well for Liverpool, to be honest. Didn't ever set the world on fire. £10 million he went to Leicester for, and he's just moved for £7 million and gone to Milan and had his joint best season ever for goals. Atletico signed Haaland 6 for £6.25 million at the start of this season. Before that, he was at PSG for a long time. Haaland 3 is joining Inter Milan. He's listed. Why is he listed? So good still. Still pretty good polygon. £63 million United paid for him from Real Madrid. Haaland 17 at Inter Milan. He'd just gone for free from Liverpool. Haaland 12 at Chelsea. He stayed there. And yeah, Dan Carr, Haaland 16. So Norway are equal second in the world. Unai Emery is in charge in terms of managers. Jurgen Klopp's been there and got sacked. They've won a World Cup. They won it in 2030, the 2030 World Cup. So we're going to jump back through to 2030 in a moment. But before we do that, let's just quickly look at the tournament breakdown. So we had Croatia, France, Norway and Portugal who've won the World Cups. In terms of England, we've got Jacob Niestrup in charge. Ralph Hasenhüttl has never been in charge of England. Too busy at Sheffield Wednesday, no doubt. Ralph Hasenhüttl's gone. He's retired. He's not even on the game anymore. So here we are. We're in June. Oh, the World Cup's going on. Eesh. All groups. Where's Norway? They've got plenty of Haalands there. So we have to go through another year. They won in the World Cup final with goals from Haaland 5 and Haaland 11. Haaland 10. I mean, they've just ripped it up. Hitting Portugal 2-0 in the final. Penalty from Haaland 5 and in the 69th minute. Nice. Haaland 11 with the goal. We'll come back to 2037. And we're looking at Footballer of the Year. And it seems Haaland 6 won it in 2022 for Man City. But then Haaland 4 at Barcelona has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a singular win for Haaland 11 and 2 for original Erling Haaland. So Erling Haaland / Haaland has won it for 10 years in a row in his various forms. In terms of Champions Leagues, no one really untoward has won it, but Bayern Munich have probably had some Haalands. Did they? Not sure they ever did. Barcelona had a fair few. Real Madrid had a fair few. Chelsea, of course, did. As did Liverpool. So plenty of Champions League wins for Erling Haaland. And that's about it for this experiment, gang. It's been a weird one. We've gone very off-piste and we've gone very random and we've sort of dived into the depths. I'll tell you what, it's not the end. Let's have a look at Man City. They're in the Vanarama North. They've got £300 million. They're finally getting transfers in. Started getting some free transfers in. Fair play. And Ralph Huff withdraws. Funny. Another Ralph. Obviously, the owner Sheikh Mansour left in 2024. He'd had enough watching the club fall into ruin because of the transfer ban and just too many Erling Haalands wanting to leave. We're in 2037. I'll tell you what we will do. I left this running and forgot. So and it simmed a lot quicker than I thought it would do. So it simmed a hell of a long way into the future. We're going to go through to where I've simmed to, and we're going to have a look at Man City and see if they've managed to recover from from Erling Haaland syndrome. So Man City are in the Vanarama National. Let's see then. So they went down to the Vanarama North as we saw, and that's where they were here. They came up Vanarama National, Scabbert League 2, then they got relegated, and Vanarama National have not got the league loaded. That's out of the game. Scabbert League 2, League 1, League 2, Vanarama National. They've just gone back down recently. And that's where they are. And the status quo of the Premier League is all over the place. Bournemouth and Sheffield United are up there. Chelsea are absolutely dominating. Boring. Look at that. Oh, boring. Todd Bowley and his crew. Get out. Well, that's it. That's the end of the experiment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to go into any more depth in any more detail for anything. It's been a weird one. I wanted to see if 11 Erling Haalands could win the Premier League. Maybe we'll do this again, but with locking them and taking over and just setting the tactic. We'll see. Come on, sackable. I'm not sure. We'll play it by ear, see how this one does. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Most importantly, leave a comment down below on what you thought of it, and leave a comment down below of any ideas you want to see of things in the future. Speaking of things that you might want to see, video popping up to the left of me right now is another good experiment that we've done on the channel. But if you want to come and just see some Let's Play of the olden days, check out this thing over here. Is it left? Is it right? Who knows? I don't care. Anyway, take care of yourselves. See you soon.